What's up, YouTube? Same Crete, different day. This is your man, Robert Lujan, and today I'm going to be showing you guys checkered broom finish, as well as adding an extension to a driveway or a completely new driveway as well by way of curb cutting instead of demolishing the entire pour. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a voiceover for this first episode. Welcome you guys to my page where I will be uploading all of my projects consistently. I hope that you guys stick around. I hope that you guys love the video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. And then we're going to come over here on this side. We're going to be removing all of this, putting concrete here. We're going to be demoing this 4 square here, demolish this 4 square here. And then this entire grass area up into the concrete there. It's going to get concrete in, rebar, 2-foot grid, and then we're going to be extending this here all the way to the back of the palm trees. So here we go. And so if you're wondering how to get something like this square, see how we're square there? You don't get there by measuring from the top down on this side and then the top down on this side, because you want it to be visually pleasing. So you want to make sure you're going with this edge. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do here is get our elevation from there. We have to see if the water is going to fall this way or if it's going to fall this way. It all depends on the different types of terrain that you're going to encounter. So luckily for us, the water is going to be able to fall straight back this way. It's 30 feet from there to here, which is about 4 inches of fall that we need. So if we come over here to the stake, this original mark is flat, and that's our top of concrete down here. So yeah, you guys know how some families are like Chevy families, or all they have is Chevy or Ford cars. So we did this block wall like I mentioned to you guys before, and now we're back here doing the concrete. So it's safe to say that this is a Lujan family. You know, anything concrete related, he's gonna come to us, and it feels good when you're chosen, and you know, people want to go with you for the quality and your reliability. So here we go. All right, so this is the famous base that I was talking about. As you guys can see, it's not just dirt with a little bit of rock, it's actual pieces of concrete. And so when you lay this down there and then you put water on it, it gets really super hard, which is better than any type of type 2 road base that you can find at your average store. So they sell this at La Cadena in Colton. Anytime I'm doing any work anywhere near the area, I always get this. This is the best thing. No one compares. All right, guys, good morning. Here we are about to put in the base so we can compact, put some rebar down. All right, so this is how far we got today with the setup. We got to demo those 2 squares and the apron. We got all the rebar in on these 2 pieces, which is the whole job. Again, 2,400 square feet, 2-inch grid on the rebar. So a lot of work. And of course, these last 2 squares ended up having wire mesh in them, which sucks. But yeah, we'll get it taken care of tomorrow and pouring on Saturday. If you guys wanted to know what a concrete contractor's worst nightmare is, it's the wire mesh. That thing holds the concrete together even after you break it up. Guys, it's 9:15. The guys are kicking butt. Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. And so you guys know what time it is. It's time for breakfast. Who has it better than they do? Nobody. See if you guys know where that's from. You would think I would learn my lesson, but we're back with another episode of Will It Pop or Not. So we gotta go to the dump, probably like, I don't even know, 15 miles. So will it pop or not? You guys tell me. So also part of the reason why this stuff is here and you can go fishing is if you look right here, because look at these worms, ew. Because of the fact that this base is like literal concrete, it's the can't even push it in. It's solid. So this water is gonna not really go anywhere until the air pretty much dries it up. That over there is gonna have to end up evaporating first before this water can go down that way and get into that area. So the good news is that this is not compromised at all. You know, that's the good news, is that base is 100% sturdy. We're not worried about that. The bad news, obviously, is that there's a lot of water. So what I'm going to try to do is get some type of pump over here by this weekend so we can kind of pump some of this stuff out. And then the homeowner might have to think about excavating this area so that way when it does rain, it doesn't. All right, so I know a lot of you guys have asked me for curb cutting services. And you guys have like, oh, how much is it to get my apron extended? And I tell you, on average, it's like close to 4,000 with permits. And this is why, because we don't cut it with some damn Makita and leave it all jagged. This big old machine has to come out, and it's a flat rate from 1 foot to 25 feet. Okay, depending on your city, 500 to 700. So that's why it's expensive. That guy's got to come out. He puts it in there. He cuts your curb. So we don't do no rinky-dink stuff around here. That's why the apron extension is expensive. And there's your finished product. Fast. This is another one of those examples of stuff that happens fast, but it's still not cheap. I actually lost the job one time that was in Newport because it wasn't even a lie. It was like $6,000. But the lady's like, how many days? And I was like, maybe 2. She's like, $6,000 for 2 days? I was like, yeah. And I said, well, if you want, I could sit on my lunch pail for 2 days. And I'll make it 4 days if that makes you feel better. What you want me to say? So anyways, yeah, there it is, guys. All right, guys, it is pour day. We got everything covered up real nice. The Tesla charger. Definitely don't want no splashes on none of that. We're good to rock and roll. There's the concrete. Of course, we'll be showing you guys some intermittent work. Let's go get it. Of course, also, the rebar is getting picked up as we're pouring as well. The dedicated rebar picker-upper. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so I know that there's a lot of people that would leave this as is, like 9 by 12 is currently the spacing on these. But you know, shit, even though it's 3,500 PSI and it's 2-foot grit on the rebar, I just can't sleep well at night if I don't split this shit. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna split it right here, right down the middle. And this thing is gonna last longer than all of our lives. Okay, a lot of you guys make this mistake. Make sure when you're pouring concrete, if there's a door and you gotta open it right after you rod it. So in case, you know, you need to shave something down or whatever, you're able to do that so it doesn't get hard and the client's door ends up only opening like halfway. So checkmate, more than 90 degrees. It's open, everything's good. We can continue pouring. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Much better, much better. But then this. There you go. Perfect.
Ahí está, güey. ¿Lo ves? Ya.